We often treat reality like a strict binary. On one side, we place the sterile, brightly lit laboratory measuring empirical data. On the other side, we place the shadowed, incense-filled temple seeking internal, mystical experience. By keeping human biology and spiritual practice in completely separate domains, we build an artificial wall. We severely limit our understanding of what the human body is actually capable of doing. Long before modern clinical trials, Eastern mythology offered a solution to this divide. They envisioned reality as the continuous interaction of two forces, Shiva representing pure consciousness, and Shakti representing the physical matter of the universe. This idea culminates in the figure of Ardhanarishvara. Look at the physical structure of this carving, a single body split perfectly down the middle, fusing the male and female halves of consciousness and matter into one cohesive working system. What if this centuries-old concept is an early, highly accurate schematic for human biology? By translating this ancient myth through the lens of modern science, we find a practical blueprint. It reveals exactly how to align our physical health with our mental states. That ancient union of two opposing forces finds a direct physical parallel inside every cell in your body, the intertwined double helix of human DNA. This metallic model illustrates the physical structure of our genetic code. Epigenetics explains how this biology adapts. Through gene expression, DNA strands alter their structure, turning traits on or off based on external stimuli. Your daily dietary choices, your circulating stress hormones, and your sleep patterns all bind to DNA sequences, actively changing their physical expression. Traditional accounts of a spiritual awakening describe a profound internal reorganization. This nudges epigenetic expression, where a biological system shifts to operate in a high-functioning mode. DNA is not a static string of dead code. It operates as a highly reactive antenna. This maps directly onto the ancient text. Physical matter constantly transforms under the direct influence of consciousness. This massive stone tower functions as an instrument for environmental control. Every carved detail and structural angle is a calculated choice in sensory engineering. Architects manipulated light and sound to influence the visitor's nervous system. By controlling how a chant resonates or how a shadow falls, they deliberately created a massive physical environment designed specifically to guide the brain into a state of deep, rhythmic stillness. Today, we study those exact same perceptual shifts under fluorescent lights. The modern neuroscience laboratory is the contemporary equivalent of the ancient temple. Researchers observe neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire its structure, building new pathways in response to attention. Deep, repetitive focus during rituals triggers this rewiring. The pathways strengthen and solidify with each repetition. Modern clinical trials are simply charting the physiological realities that ancient builders deliberately designed their structures to provoke. Ultimately, the futuristic research lab and the ancient stone temple are studying the exact same subject, your own body and mind. You can actively steer this biological process. Spending 10 minutes a day performing focused box breathing, inhaling, holding, and exhaling in equal counts, measurably lowers cortisol and begins to physically reinforce calming neural pathways. Apply a spiritual frame to this biological process. Recognize the breath as the specific intersection where your conscious focus meets your physical energy. Pairing empirical techniques with spiritual framing yields measurable results. Heart rates drop, focus sharpens, and the nervous system synchronizes into a state of sustained resilience. You no longer have to choose between the empirical facts of science and the tradition of spiritual practice. By actively harmonizing your biology with your focused intent, you embody that ancient duality. Your consciousness becomes the temple, and your body becomes the laboratory.